Welcome to Sonic 06 Let's Play. We're doing Shadow Story now, so things are gonna get a lot edgier. As you can already tell by the fact that it's nighttime. We got the edgiest pair of shoes alive, fucking light roller skates. And Shadow does not give a shit, there's explosions everywhere, it's fucking edgy! This Let's Play is gonna get a fucking edgy! Barely any light here. Fucking doing Metal Gear Sonic. Break into
Shadow
Moses Island. Apparently we can teleport now. That's pretty edgy. Wow, we're just thrown right into the mix here. We're already in a level. Void Acropolis again. As you can see, we can do a homing attack, and we can also do mash the X button. I mean, you know, 6 times in a row, that seems like a combo. I'm sure I won't just mash the buttons. Oh, that was a start. Okay, so I don't know where I'm going to cut in that last clip, but sadly, because of a bunch of recording errors and general mishaps, I am going to have to replay through this stage again. So my mic went out during the first time I played this stage, which was like no big deal. I can deal with like one thing being the issue there. But then after that, Sony Vegas will not load my second clip from the second section because I had to cut because it was taking so long because it was ridiculous. And it'll load my audio, but it won't load my video, and I know my video is working, so I have no idea why it's doing that. And something else happened too, I think, that was a recording error, and it was just a train wreck, and I'm gonna re-record it. Just to keep it in. And I know my video is working because, like, Windows Media Player plays it. So yeah. I don't know. Shadow is not a good character. Shadow is an awful character. He controls really stiff, for the most part. I think he's worse than Sonic, honestly. And arguably more than that time I played as Silver, too. Like, he might even be worse than that. That being said, ooh. You can mash the X button to do this, which is like a weird kick combo, but every time he homing attacks something, he just stops and loses all momentum, and it is not very useful for platforming. Now there's a warp hole for some reason. The other thing is I really, like, I'll replay through the stage. It was not good at all, especially the last part of it was awful. But I am not replaying through the boss. Just take from my word for it. It's egg Cerberus, but there's snow on the ground. So, like, it's not any different. The boss fight plays exactly the same. The only real difference is that A, it looks a little bit different, and B, Shadow controls like absolute garbage, so it's like even worse. Like, I kept falling off the rail. Like, even more than Sonic. It was really bad. So now we're playing as Rouge because we went through a warp hole. That makes sense. Rouge is very glitchy. I still do have my footage from Rouge, so maybe I'll throw that in at the end as a bonus for me cutting out the boss. But she's very glitchy. As you can see here by the fact that we can walk up this wall. No problem. Although I find it impossible to break this ice wall, to tell you the truth. Oh, I didn't know she had that. Apparently if you latch the wall, you can do a very slow attack. Oh, it launches a bomb. Okay. I just want to get off the wall, please. Thank you. So she is like a mix of Tails and Knuckles, but not as good as either of them. Even though both of them were pretty bad. Oh, that was nice. It just clung through the air. I guess the good part about this is when I replay this level, I'm not gonna... I only died like once or twice when I played through it the first time, but I guess we're gonna get some 1-ups. That is so weird. There's just an invisible collider for like half a second. Okay, so we can skip all that stuff and just hit that. So this is the worst part of the stage. I'm wondering if we can get around Shadow. Oh no, Rouge is still in the background. Did I close the door? Oh! I was gonna say, if that doesn't actually have a collider on it or a hitbox or whatever, like, we could just go back in the Rouge's section and get stuck. So this section is really, really bad. It's the worst part of the stage, and it takes up a good majority of the stage. So we have to ride in these buggies, and that's Shadow's gimmick, is that he has all these cars because he's the cool character. And we have to destroy all of these searchlights. And by all of them, I mean you can't even destroy the searchlights with just Shadow alone. You legitimately have to use the buggy. And the buggy does not control very good, and sometimes it's glitchy. So, yeah, that's good. Also, don't go over there. Sometimes those lasers take forever to load in Rouge. Rouge. You know, I have a passenger seat. You can just get in the passenger seat. Alright, whatever. This buggy control's awful. And you can't, I think is what I was saying, you can't destroy the searchlights with just Shadow. So you have to legitimately drive around this buggy, which has a health bar. You can see in the right there. It's red. We need to destroy all 5 searchlights in order to move on. So with this, you press X to accelerate, square button to go backwards, and the R1 button to shoot missiles that recharge. Oh no, what I was talking about earlier is, God, Rouge is so glitchy. I didn't even realize this the first time. Sometimes those lasers, because the render distance is so bad from that area that we were at earlier. Nice target on the box, by the way. It's so glitchy that, or the render distance is so poor and it's so glitchy that I will not see them, and I will go to try to take those ramps thinking that there's some other ramps, and oh, nice. And stuff like this will happen where I fall down a pit and die. So yeah, this stage is just a train wreck on so many levels. I guess I didn't fully explain Shadow's controls because I spent a while figuring those out in my first recording. So Shadow has that weird homing attack thing. He doesn't keep his momentum, which is odd. But on top of that, if you press the square button in the air, he shoots these weird like chaos spear things, and they're not very effective at doing anything. Shadow is arguably like the worst controlling character I've played as so far. I think that's 2 searchlights. I might still end up. Like, I flew so far. I might still end up cutting just because this section is very painful. Also, I don't know what the hitbox on that metal is. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to drive the car over it properly. Or if there's not even one, Shadow's just supposed to walk up there on his own and disregard the car. Who knows? Good thing about this is the last part of the level, so if this was to, for whatever reason, go swimmingly for you on your first playthrough, then, wow, look at me, Ghost Ride the Whip, then you would be done with this level really quickly. You know, I'll leave it at that. There's some oddities when we finish this section, though. So, see, look right there, that gate did not render in for the longest time, and I would just go over those ramps and die, and it happened to me like twice or 3 times when I first played this level. Because the render distance is just that bad. Our car is smoking, so it's probably going to explode soon. I thought I already hit this, but I guess not. I wouldn't be surprised if my car explodes now. I don't know if it still takes damage. Yeah, I guess it does. It still takes damage when we're outside of it. And it doesn't really have any sort of like real exploding animation, so whatever button you're inputting, when it explodes, you're going to be still holding afterwards. Which is just generally not very good. Okay, so we're going to have to take this ramp here, But yeah, you also take damage from running into trees, so don't do that. This is what took me the longest time, is you have to go up this ramp twice. You don't get rings. So once we go to the right to get a tower, and once we go to the left... Oh yeah, it flips over a lot too, and you can just see Shadow is standing upside down there for a second. Also, these robots have no programming on them. They're just running in circles. Like, I don't get it. Like, well, I guess yeah, they do have programming on them, but it's like something's wrong. Something's amiss. So we gotta break through this ice, and we have to take the car back through here next time. If we hit that switch, it does this. But as far as I can tell, Shadow can't do the light speed dash. So I don't really know what those rings are for, because you can't climb this tower either. Just seeing what I can do with that, I think. There's also a switch that's very, very, very close to that boost pad that gets rid of those lasers that take forever to load in. There's just like a lot of oddities in this section. Like, the rest of the stage wasn't that bad. It's just this section has like so many bad parts about it. I can see the laser things over there. I know I'm a little bit late and can't really see it anymore. Let's turn back. See? Half the laser gets loaded in. There it goes. If I drive a little bit forward, is it going to despawn? Yeah, there they go. There's just floating things in the air over there. Okay. Whatever. See, now I got the rings. I can't tell if it's the middle of the car or if it's the driver's seat where Shadow is, or what. God, these guys chip away your health really fast. So for one of the searchlights, we have to drive it over here. Make sure you don't lose too much speed. I legitimately don't know what's in this hole, and oh, right. Yeah, when you blow them all up, it waits like 3 or 4 seconds, and then it beats the level for you. I don't know, it's weird. So, on that note, my apologies, not replaying through the boss that came after this. Just trust me, it's the same egg Cerberus fight that we did with Sonic. But there's snow on the ground, and that doesn't change anything. So whatever. Join us next time, where we go back to Soliana, I think, is what happens. I don't know. Maybe.